I'm trying to use what I have for the most part. And I had this basket here, nice iron basket, and it had chains on it. And then at one time I had some other thing that had this hanger. So I combined the two and took the chains off, and then I did have to buy a new cocoa liner, but that was like just a couple bucks at Lowe's. So I want to put some of the flowers in there. These pots I already had, so I'm reusing those, and I use those for house plants in the winter. I bring those in because I have a whole set. And then here I've had this basket for years, and what I did was I took two Dollar Tree liners and put them together, and then I have some plants that I want to put in there. Oh, and I just saw my hibiscuses bloomed. So pretty. So that's awesome. So those are doing pretty well. The flowers I planted the other day, and the mint is doing well. So it's coming along. I still have all my pots here that I have to get rid of. So this is sort of a before thing. It's been pretty hot here, like close to 90, so in the afternoon you can't work. And in the morning I've had to go to doctor's appointments. So, but then I still need to plant these planters. And that's pretty much it. My seedlings are doing well, but they're still a little small to put in the garden, except for the beans. The beans are doing well, and I noticed they're starting to get blossoms. Let's see if I can get, there they go. So that's good. And my peas, I need to get those in a bigger pot, but the rest of this is still pretty small. I've had this furniture for years, and in the winter I cover it, so it lasts a long time. And that fountain I've had for a long time too. I got that half price at it was at Lowe's, so I got that at the end of the season a few years ago. So I'm just trying to reuse what I have without buying anything new other than plants. So this is sort of a before, and I'll be doing a before and after when I get done with this deck. Okay, let's go take a look. This is a hot mess out here. I'm cleaning it up. And I did buy all my plants. So I'm trying to hang some things up here, like this little chandelier. A couple of these lanterns don't work anymore, so I need to take those down. My cardinal is singing. And this is where I set up my little greenhouse. So I have a lot of my plants out here now, the gates to keep the dogs from eating my little plants. So yeah, anyway, let me show you my hot mess I've got going here. So here we are. Got all my plants to plant, and this is going to be my job for today. It's a mess, but it'll look really nice once I'm done. I bought this big fern for $12.99 at our local Marks. I like to have at least one of those. And then I bought some, I'm trying to surround this patio with plants that mosquitoes don't like. So I have some citronella plants, a couple big ones, and mint. So I have all that. And then my mint came back from last year, but somebody has been digging up my window box, which does not make me happy. So I think I'm just going to stick some mothballs, not in the soil, but I have these little containers with mothballs that I think I'm just going to put in there somewhere, because this mint is doing great, and this is from last year. So I want to put a citronella in here, and then I want to stick some impatiens in here because it's pretty shady back here. But my wisteria, I had it trimmed way back last fall, and I think I may have made a mistake doing that because it's got new growth and it'll come back, but it's mostly just the sticks. But I think it's kind of cool the way it looks. You know, it's just like a natural canopy, so we'll see what happens, but I'm not expecting much in the way of blooms this year. But we'll see. Morning. Remember when I said I was concerned that I had my wisteria cut back too much? Well, this wisteria is attacking my house. It is just so thick and so big. It didn't bloom this year, but oh my gosh, look at all these little, it's trying to get in my house. Look at this. It's unbelievable. So, needless to say, there's going to be some trimming that needs to be done, but it's a very, very nice shady area here on my deck. So I'm still working on my deck. It's not done yet, but it's getting there. Now I have to hose down all the cottonwood things and put my carpet out, but it's getting there and looking better. I still have some spinach here that I didn't plant because it already started to bolt. So, but and I still have some things in my little greenhouse, and of course this is way too shady, but it's fine to protect some plants. And I have some basil coming up there, some little tiny kales that I'm going to put out in my garden as I eat the rest that's already in the garden. So, but yeah, I just wanted to show you my wisteria that I was worried about that I had cut off too much. Okay, well, I finally got my deck done. Yay! I'm excited about that. And I got the carpet down. It's the one I got at Mark's for $5.99, so it was very inexpensive to do this deck. I've had the furniture for years, and every winter I cover it, and it's lasted really nicely. And this little table I've had for years too, and it's actually a little fire pit. You can put a canister in there. So, and then my plants are still doing well. They aren't blooming because it's so shady. I may get some blooms or not. This is a hibiscus. This is a mandevilla. But the coleus likes it here, and the begonias, and the mint. And then this I still haven't repaired. I need to repair this. It leaks. I still would like to make a water garden here, but I don't know if I'll get around to doing that or not. And then over here, I forgot to say, this is a big citronella. So, and over here is the exact same thing, just the opposite side. And I have a nice big fern hanging here. It's doing well. And then I hung these lights. These are from Walmart. I haven't gotten them to light yet. I just hung them the other day, and they're solar. They may light up or not, and this is a little candle holder. At night I'll put citronella candles in there. So, and I've had this glider for a while too, and I got these cushions last year, and I put those in the garage over the winter, so they still look good. Then of course I have my little token crane over here. I've had him for years too, and I leave him outside, but I cover him with plastic bags. And then mostly I have mint here surrounding the deck because mosquitoes don't like it. So I have mint and citronella. And since it is so shady here, I have begonias and coleus growing here in this little hanging basket. So I'm very happy that I got this deck finally done. And over here, this is a light I bought. It doesn't work anymore. I have to figure out how to keep this in here. But I put some Dollar Tree lights in there. And maybe I can turn it on with one hand. I'll give it a try. So it looks pretty at night. It's hanging over the little table. But I have to figure out a way to keep it out here and make it waterproof. So that's the deck. And I'm so very happy that I finally got that done. Like I said, I still want to work on my little water garden, but that's going to take a while. So, and the accent color I chose this year was this lime green. I think it looks very fresh with all the greenery I have around. So, that is my after. Sorry about that. I had a mosquito on my arm. That is my after for my deck. So this year, my deck cost me very little money. I did buy plants. Those were not that expensive. Some of my mints did come back. So I spent maybe $100 on plants. I spent around $12 on the carpets. The pillows I had, the furniture I had, I've had it for a long time. So really, I spent maybe, well, let me see. I would say I spent under $120 to refresh my deck. So if you keep your things from year to year, they'll last. And all this stuff stays outside, except for the cushions. I take those in. And of course the plants, some of them I bring in, but most of them they just die out and I buy new ones the next year. So look around your house and see what you have, see what you can reuse. Go to the thrift stores and see what you can repurpose there. And you can have yourself a nice outdoor space for very little money. You don't have to spend $1,500 on a deck furniture arrangement. Just use what you have, or ask some relatives. They might have things that they're getting rid of, and you can get a can of spray paint, and color unifies everything. So even if you have things that don't really go together and you paint them a similar color, then you know, it's like brand new. And like I said, this year I picked lime green as my color. Actually last year I did that. Before that I had red, which I still have the red cushions, so when I get tired of the green, I'll put the red back out. And so you don't have to spend a lot. Alright, so I finally got it done, yay! Alright, my friends, I'll see you next time. I love you guys. Abundant blessings, and I'll see you next time.